Hey, this is Phil from Race City Retro, and it's a gloomy day outside, so I'm in the garage. But I did a new video for you guys, and I think you're going to dig it because it's something really different. Now, when I was a kid and I first started building models, my first experiences with Lindberg models weren't very good ones. The quality was really poor, the fit was questionable, and for some strange reason, they felt the need to make all their models motorized, which was bizarre to me. You would get this little engine to make the car go, but you had no remote control, you had no steering, you had no brakes. So you'd put this motor in your little model and it would just drive into the wall and smash into pieces. I don't get it. But what they did have, they had some really good giant T-bucket kits back then, and I still collect those and build those today. I'm going to show you one I have right now. Check that one out. But today what we're going to do is, in the late 90s, Lindberg reorganized and they had a whole new coming of age where they started producing really, really good kits and some very unique kits that the market really needed. Today we're going to go over Lindberg 1998. I'm going to go through all the model cars in here. There's pages and pages of model car kits. They were doing other stuff too, planes, boats. They were doing those weird skeletal models of hands and skulls and spines also. Maybe if you were a medical student, that was cool. But today, let's get into Lindberg 1998. And thank you for coming along on this ride with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, tell a friend about it, and share. Check out all our other model car videos. I have 70 videos so far. We're not even up for a year yet putting new model car stuff on there on our YouTube channel, Race City Retro. Let's give Lindberg 1998 a look. All right, let's kick off this Lindberg with a 53 Ford Crestline Victoria. And here's something strange. It's a brand new kit for 1998. Lindberg on the bottom there is claiming it's the #1 most requested kit. I don't know where I was that day, but I could think of about 100 other kits I'd rather see Lindberg make than that. I mean, I love the car. It's kind of neat. 53, I believe, was the last year for the Ford Flathead. In 54, they started with the overhead valve Y-block. I would have done a 54, but it was still a good kit. And if I remember correctly, they did a convertible version too shortly after this one. Just don't know about that #1 most requested kit. That seems strange to you? If so, put it in the comments. This kit was a great kit. 67 Oldsmobile 442 W30. W30 is the 400 engine. Great overlooked car. I know AMT did a kit of this also, but I believe AMT came out a few years after this kit. This kit was available first, and it was a good kit. I don't think they did any other versions of this kit besides this one. That's the only one I can remember seeing. But that's a great kit. 67 Olds 442. This kit I absolutely loved. I have probably about 6 of them today because of the Slant 6 engine. Amazing. Before this kit, I believe the only other kit you could really find a decent Slant 6 in was the Diora, the Dodge Diora show truck. But this kit gave you both. They gave you the 383 big block. They gave you the Slant 6. They gave you some great dog dish hubcaps, great tires. Super, super nice kit. I'm actually using that Slant 6 in a build now where I'm taking a 70 Super B and turning it into a Slant 6 70 Dodge Coronet. But this was a great, great kit. The Hopper 64 Impala Lowrider. These were kind of strange. They weren't really like models. It was more like a remote control car that you put together. It came with everything in it. Came with a painted body. Came with the remote control. And it said you just, basically put it together. The hopping mechanism, everything was all in it. Never had these, never even saw one of these in the store. Maybe they displayed it with toys instead of models, but supposedly they're supposed to jump just like a lowrider would. Anybody else ever see one of these, build one of these, or can put a comment if you had one? Oh, here's two great kits I love. They came out with this 61 Impala SS 409, which is an uber rare car. 61 was technically the first year for the 409, but they didn't get real popular till 62. 409 and 61 was like a, best kept secret kind of deal. Great kit. Still have a few of them. Built it a couple times. Built some of the drag versions as well. Below that, another great kit. Their 40 Ford Coupe, 3-in-1, stock, drag, or police car. That was kind of neat. They did the police car stuff with the lights and all that. Pretty cool if you're doing like a moonshiner type theme. Here we go with Maverick. Bill Maverick Golden. Rest in peace, Bill. 64 Dodge 330 model super stock. And what was cool about the Maverick version, it came with the Hemi because they did a few Color Me Gone versions that came with the Max Wedge. So between all of these, this one particular setup, these Mopar B bodies they were doing, you can get slant sixes, 383s, Max Wedges, and Hemis. Awesome job, Lindberg, on the Mopar stuff. They really were crazy with Mopar stuff for a while, which I love. Here we go with the super stock version of the 61 Chevy Dyno Don Nicholson's 61 Chevy Impala super stock, which I always thought these guys with the bubble tops ran Bel Airs, but I don't know, I may be wrong. But either way, good looking kit. Came with the aftermarket wheels on the front, steel wheels for the back, slicks for the back, 409 powered, bubble top body style, which looks great. 64 Plymouth Belvedere, the King, Richard Petty, Hemi powered. Very similar kit to the Johan 64 that they made a bazillion of. May have even been the same molds, who knows? Or Lindberg may have done their own. If you watch Steve Magnotti's stuff, a lot of these companies shared body molds, shared chassis molds, because this kit it seems a little cleaner though to me, and the chassis is definitely different because I built this kit, but a great kit. NASCAR Hemi in it. The King, Richard Petty's number 43. And down on the bottom, the original Ram Chargers 64 Hemi Dodge 330. That was the drag race version with the full hood scoop on it. Another great kit. These super stock kits that Lindberg was doing were out of this world. I wish they'd bring them all back. All right, they weren't only cars. Lindberg was offering some trucks, and on this page you have what was basically a brand new truck at the time, 97, 98 Ford flare side regular cab 4x4 with all the cool stuff, KC highlights, roll bar, oversized tires. It's got the chrome wagon wheels. Nice little kit, that kit. That would still be a cool kit today. And then on the bottom, this was a great thing they did. They used to offer these kits in all separate boxes. They said, let's do the 34 Ford, and you could build it 3 different ways. Stake bed truck, pro street, pickup truck, tow truck. So that was kind of neat and kind of smart how they did it. You were building, they give you enough parts to do everything, whichever way you wanted to build that 34 Ford pickup. And here's another brand new truck at the time, 1997 Dodge Dakota Sport. And this was a snap kit, but they're calling it a Super Snap Ultra. So I'm assuming it came with a lot of detail, or it probably came with multiple molded color parts, like a gray interior and black chassis. This way, like no painting was involved. But that's another great kit, Dodge Dakota, brand new truck in 1997. Here's something cool that needed to be done back then. This was the Ohio State Highway Patrol Crown Victoria, and this was also a Super Snap kit, but what Lindberg did was they wound up doing this kit in a bunch of different liveries, and by that I mean different states. Later, as the new Charger replaced the Crown Victoria, Lindberg did the same thing, offering Charger kits. And then on the bottom, that's kind of weird, the Chrysler Atlantic, it's a show car, a future car, and that was a snap kit as well, so that's kind of neat. I don't think that kit was a big seller, but it's got some cool lines to it. Next page, more Super Snap kits. And these were brand new cars at the time, the Chrysler Sebring convertible. Kind of neat. I don't know how many they sold, but it was a cool, good looking car at the time. I know Michael drove one on The Office, so you could be just like him. And then this next one's kind of bizarre. I don't know. I'd like to be a fly on the wall at the meeting. What we need is a minivan model kit. The kids will love it. I don't know. I don't get that one. Somebody probably got fired over it because it's probably a super, super rare kit today. 1996 Dodge Grand Caravan LE. And here are some more snaps from Lindberg, but down in the 1/32nd scale. And as a kid, I can remember Lindberg having glue kits in the small scale. These are some very unusual body styles, which I would love to see in 1/25th scale. Cuda, Pontiac Grand Am, Chevy Monte Carlo, El Camino, Mercedes 280Z, Pontiac Grand Prix, Buick Century. I think Lindberg missed the mark on those. They should have done these kits in regular 1/25th scale glue kits, but these were like displays. I guess they set up just to, sell them to the smaller kids, younger kids. That was pretty good. Like I said in the intro, in the late 90s, Lindbergh started doing some kits that people really wanted and really needed. Some what might have been considered off the wall stuff, but to this day, they're very cherished. The strange thing about Lindbergh was I can remember back then, you couldn't get them everywhere. Not many hobby shops carried them. I remember seeing them in Ollie's a lot, which if you don't know, Ollie's is like a discount chain. I don't know if he was buying directly from Lindbergh, like they're overstock, but they were pretty cheap kits back then, which was great. But the quality was really, really good on them compared to what they started out with. But man, thank you so much for watching this video. Please, please, please like, subscribe. Check out our web store, racecityretro.com. Over 1,000 items there to have a look at. I'm sure you're going to find something cool. And be sure to subscribe because we've got a lot more model car stuff, regular car stuff coming up, all kinds of cool stuff on this channel. And keep leaving those comments. I try and read and respond to each and every one of them, but there's so many now, it's getting really, really hard, which thank you guys. I greatly appreciate that. Get out in that garage on the rainy days, on the sunny days, whatever. Build a model, build a car, build something cool. Take care now.